それでは準備が整いましたので講演に入ります。
Now, we would like to start the session. Mr. Yohei Yasukawa is the CEO of YassLab Corporation. He is an IPA certified good super creator. And he developed earthquake preparedness app when he was studying in the United States. That app was very successful, and he started a business. And Rails tutorial and Rails guide is what he's doing. And AIIT and Kogaku University, the place he's giving lectures, and also he's in charge of the online training session of Shimane Prefecture Information Industry Association and the Sonic Garden Camp. Today, he will talk about education and LMM, 24-hour impact of 24-hour AI support on Ruby Rails learning. Mr. Yasukawa, could you please go ahead? Thank you very much for your kind introduction.
はい、皆さん LLM って聞いたこと
Have you ever heard of LLM?
っていう単語自体を初めて聞いたっていう方はいらっしゃるかな。
It may be your first time to hear the word LLM, like a chat GPT or generative AI. I think you have heard about that. So, in order to make chat GPT, LLM is one method. That's abbreviation for large language model. So LMM is something like ChatGPT. So you have heard of it, but you may not touch it. So this is in case of ChatGPT.
声が出てないですね。
I don't hear the sound. No sound.
多分出てないですけれども、
No voice is coming. So this is a question asking, could you please tell me about RubyWorld conference? The RubyWorld conference, blah, 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 and a lot of programmer and companies participating. So if you ask a generic question and you get information, almost correct. But occasionally it's wrong. And this is what we call LLM. We actually engaged in the development, and even I, who are not a specialist in the machine learning, can use it. Then ChatGPT API was released March 1st, like Python and JavaScript and Reason. So many people can actually use it to make ChatGPT. And there's a dialogue between them. And from the Ruby community, I actually joined that kind of discussion session. And Bill Gates, founder of Microsoft, said by having this kind of thing disseminated in the world, like a lot of problems can be solved, like labor shortage or education. So this is one of the things I wanted to say, like Georgia Institute of Technology or some university have already had a special team of machine learning, but I'm not a specialist, so I thought I want to do it. But with this as a trigger, I thought this is something I wanted to do, and I tried to come up with AI support. This is similar to demonstration. So this is API was used. So from the website, error message or question is sent, like a pending migration error is a question we ask. Then pending migration error is new migration file exists. So I think you understand it. So this kind of solution, what can be done to solve the problem is written.
ポイントになるので押さえておきますけど、今ハイライトしているところは
So highlighting the RakeDB migrate command is to be executed. If you know that, you think this is not really updated. So probably this is one solution, but Rails command is a state-of-the-art tool. So this is the AI's answer, but the answer is not always correct. So this is the LLM-based AI, and we should fully utilize it, and how to bring value to the end user. So this is something I tried. In April, I had opportunity to work as a lecturer at university, so we released this version. So we try to use it in the graduate school. So I already shared the results in several events, like 1,400 people attended the meeting. So I think that it's a big impact, and many people came to know about that. I think this is very good information and encouraging for everyone, not only Ruby users but also other language users. And from May through November, we went to various places to introduce AI, and I now would like to summarize 3 points. So what kind of changes can we achieve? And of course, change can be good or negative. So what kind of improvement is necessary or challenge? And number 3, we want to enjoy this change. First of all, about change, I think this is the most understandable, simple data. So during 2 months, the 1/4 of the lecture season, so number of the questions being asked, I have been working for that lecture since 2017, and 17 questions or 5 questions on the web. However, in 2023, the question could be asked. Then 345 questions asked in 2 months. So I think so much difference has been made when AI was used. And also, not just asking question whether or not the result of the question was valuable. So we had a survey to the students, and some people don't use it, but about half of them say that periodically they are using that. They are using periodically the AI support, and most of people consider that was helpful. So, Lake DB migrate was the example. Its answer is not really updated, but I think mostly the answer was acceptable. So I think the number of the question about 27 times. By introducing AI, people feel it's easier to ask questions, and person in charge of training or school operators can consider this is the good news, because we can find out how students make a question, how a student can make errors. So what kind of failure learners tend to have, then probably we can learn what we should teach so that students do not make the same mistakes. And also, we have to evaluate the results. Then, what should be, what is the reason of the question, and that should be clarified. So, just copy and paste is not a good way to answer questions. So, we should come up with a very good question to ask to the students. Also, I consider there are some parts to be improved, like questions, or when asking a question, I think students want to use AI to answer to the question, and most of the students said the question itself is not too bad, because students could use AI and they could think by themselves. However, there are AI users, non-AI users, and students said that in the area they are familiar with, they don't have to use AI. However, in the area they are not familiar with, they want to use AI. And also, they want to show their effort to show that this is not a copy and paste. And for example, source is always necessary to answer to the question. And there's a lot of complaints. So because the students do not know the AI's answer is really correct, because currently ChatGPTs are not sure source of the information. So if you require source, it's too much demanding task. So I said it's okay to answer without source of the information. Then, as you can see, this is answer from the students to my question, because in case of LLM, to one question, they offer a lot of answers, 3 or 4 answers. And then, let's see the number of the question, 103, and the number of students, 32. There are so many, like more than 3,200 times I have to evaluate the answer. That's too much work, too much burden. So second week, so this is a Kogakuin University I'm trying. I'm going to make some improvement. By the way, you can see the number is increasing, number of students. So they are actually learning Ruby days at the very beginning were few, so the number may be decreased because some students might drop out of the course. But I think a large number of the students very much interested in Ruby Rails and web application development. So I think it's still okay to use AI to answer to my questions. So on the assumption of using AI, I ask question. And I do not want to have students to answer with 3 or 4 items. So my scoring criteria is as follows. So in one answer, all the items are correct. Then that's a good answer. So if there are 1 or 2 answers and items are incorrect, then that's a failure. So that way, students will be eager to research more whether or not a certain item answer is really correct or not. So I think that's going to be a good trend for the students. So only when all the items in one answer is correct, then I consider it's good answer, no failure. So we hope to enjoy the changes. So we want to support the users more. And more fun is as follows. Like in case of AIIT curriculum, the Ruby way is used for web development and framework development. First one person work and then several person work, and then new product is made by one person. So in case of AIIT, this is a curriculum, and this is similar case for Kogakuin University. Then cross problem should be solved, and generative AI can be helpful. For example, I think I can implement AI question support. I think many people can many other things. So I think we can share each other what kind of example we can get so that there will be more and more people get excited to work on Ruby. And I hope in the world many people can challenge to everything. And I brought a lot of things today. I released this one. Just like me, product have AI actually implemented inside, and 2 trios and samplers, which is a SNN, and SNS have ChatGPT like API. This is Ninja SNS. This is the expansion case. I'm going to have a dialogue with him so that what is the challenging point, so that everyone can learn from this dialogue. And I would like to introduce various cases. And we have this in our official website. This is some tips about AI, why it's successful, why it's not successful. Some tips are introduced. And last week at Tokyo University, a forum was held, and so many people create things. And this was released last year, so AI to be explained easily and slowly. And if you follow the text, you can make video, and also that like a national permanent diet manuscript. Minutes can be made into manuscripts that can be done by students. And currently, in the SNS and media, you often hear something like people who have difficulty in speaking can fully utilize this kind of generative AI or LMM so that they can communicate with others. So that kind of products available, and it's less than 1 year since this type of AI became available. But I think many people can easily solve problem by using this new technology. So right now, you may consider some technology difficult. However, in near future, you may feel it much easier. You can learn through making, and you can make something new after learning. So by repetition of these trials, including myself and learners, we can provide and create new values. This is my conclusion with AI. This is a new paradigm, so change has been made, and there are some challenges and improvement we had. So I'm now working on that, and we should be able to enjoy the changing. So we can utilize the fully new technology to solve the current problems, and we can enjoy creating and working. Now, this is about YouTube. I have a lot of information available on YouTube, and thank you very much for your attention.
ありがとうございました。
Thank you very much. I think you might want to ask a lot of questions, but because of time constraint, could you please ask him individually? So I think I'm so excited listening to him. Thank you very much.
続きまして、ガーネックテック373株式会
The
社
next speaker
五十
is
嵐
Mr.
邦明様のご講
Kuniaki
演と
Igarashi
なります。
of
準備が整い次第
Garner
始め
Tech
させていただきます。
373 company. He will begin as soon as the equipment is ready.